Welcome to the second module of Production Line. In this module, you will receive the basics of production management. You will learn how to manage the supplies, equipment, personnel, and quality. I will also show you how to manage your production facilities in Simformer Online Business Simulation. Let's get familiar with the production management business model. To produce a motorcycle, you will first need to complete a couple of stages. The first stage is acquiring parts. In this case, that would be tires, engines, and steel. These can be bought from your suppliers, other factories, and warehouses. For the second stage, you require equipment, employees, and know-how or technology how assembly should be done. Only completing these two stages, you can start the production process. The result will be a motorcycle, which then can be sold to buyers, stores, and warehouses. Now that you have the basics of production management, let's move to the quality management part. There's always a question, so how do we create a product of a higher quality? Or in other words, how do we manage the quality? There are three main aspects. One is the quality of the parts that you will be using, tires, engines, and steel. A second part is that there is a qualification level of your employees and quality of equipment they will be using during the assembly. As you can see in the example, there are many variations how medium quality can be achieved. To achieve the highest quality, you will need the highest quality of materials and highest quality of equipment and level of employee qualification. However, there is one essential limitation: technology, or in other words, know-how. You will notice that in simulation, the level of technology of your motorcycle factory is 4. It requires a certain level of equipment, qualification of employees, and quality of materials used. It is a certain minimum. If you go lower than recommended, you will not achieve highest possible quality. Now, as you see, level 4 technology can produce the motorcycles of the quality of 6.06, but not higher. Even though you use the materials and equipment and the qualification of your employees will be higher than recommended, still the quality of the production you will receive will be 6.06. Thus, it's up to you what kind of combination you will use to achieve the highest quality of the production. Welcome to Simformer Business Simulation. As you're done with the theory, we can now move on to the practical part. As you can see, these are all three subsidiaries that you will be managing: office, motorcycle factory, and tire factory. You can access it by clicking on My Company Enterprises. As the topic of this module is production management, I will show you how to manage your factory. In this case, the example will be motorcycle factory. First of all, you will end up in factory management screen. However, first thing first, we'll need to know, do you have enough supplies to even start the production? In order to access supply management, click on the tab named Supply. Here, you will learn how to manage your supplies. Now, as I mentioned before, the supplies or the parts are the main thing you have to have in order to start or maintain the manufacturing process. That would be steel, engines, and tires. A column next to it, called quantity, is the amount given and calculated by the active workplaces. So as in the factory at the moment there are 50 active workplaces, they need 20 units of steel, 5 engines, and 10 units of tires. A column next to it is called in stock. This is actually a warehouse of your factory. That's how much of the parts you have right now in your warehouse. So you can see the quantity, the quality, and the prime cost. And the last column is called supplies. That's a list of active contracts from various suppliers. As you can see right now, there are no suppliers, no active contracts, so which makes the situation slightly problematic, as you have enough parts only to last one turn. If you will not order additional parts, next turn your production will stop, because it will take 1 week for the ordered parts to reach your warehouse. After you click on the link Select Supplier, a pop-up window will appear with a possibility to choose a supplier from the list. As you can see, these are tire suppliers, and you will also have information about what kind of quality you have right now in your warehouse. Meaning, you right now, as mentioned, you have quality 1, you require 10, and quantity in stock that you have right now is also 10. So it will help you to manage your orders. There are two types of suppliers: independent ones, these are computer generated, and real people. You will also see information near the list. So this is available parts in stock, meaning what supplier has and how much he can sell to you. As you can see, computer generated suppliers, they have a limited amount of goods they can sell to you, but there is a certain limitation of how much they can sell you in one order. The real people usually have more limited possibilities to produce and thus to sell. However, they're more flexible in their pricing. So as you can see, there are two columns with the price tag. The supplier's price is initial price, while the price is the final one, including delivery and customs. The closer your supplier is, the better it is, because you will be paying less for the delivery. And the final two columns, quality and also the select. The higher is the quality, the higher is the price, as you can see. Also, when you're ordering, take into consideration that the system is recommending you what kind of quality you should have in order to achieve maximum possible quality according to technology that you have right now installed in your factory. I will show you now how to make an order. Select the supplier by clicking Select. The line will expand and you will see the order form. Here you can type in the number of tires you need. So I will type in 10. It automatically will show the final sum of the order. You have additional triggers, terms or triggers. The increase in price trigger, you can set this up higher or lower, depending how much you want. It will cancel the contract if the price will go by 10% or over. Also, if the quality drops below a certain given figure, it will also cancel the contract and can be a one-time purchase. I want this to be a solid supplier providing me with tires. Thus, I will click on placing order under these conditions. So this is how the order looks in the list of suppliers. Now, take into consideration that you can order from more than one supplier. So I can also choose independent supplier number 2. In this case, I would choose this guy. The system will automatically give me the same value of the order I ordered before, but that doesn't mean they can buy only 10, you can buy more. Here we are. As you close the window, we can go back to the supplier list. And as you can see, we already have 2 contracts in our supplier list. As you will receive your parts next turn, we have to take in consideration one specific feature. The quantity of your supplies will be 20. That's 10 plus 10, so the overall quantity will be a sum. However, quality and prime cost would be the average. In the process of supply management, while you're ordering from real people and not computer-generated suppliers, there's a certain risk that those players can actually run out of stock and thus you will not receive your parts that you have ordered. Thus, I do recommend checking your supplies every turn just to be sure, because the system will show you if the supplier has or doesn't have the parts you require, or that supplier has enough in his warehouse to sell you. Now let's move on to factory management. Welcome back to the factory management screen. Here we will learn how to manage the equipment and personnel. To go back to the factory management screen, just go to the factory tab. From this screen, you can manage your factory. Specifically, we will be focusing on equipment and personnel. As you can see, there's a lot of more useful information, but we will be focusing on those two. So you have here the amount of equipment that you have right now in your factory, and also the quality of the equipment and a recommendation depending on the technology level you have installed. So in this case is number 4, and your current equipment matches the requirements. As mentioned before, if you want to have a little boost, you should buy higher equipment quality. How much? It's up to you. Now, how to buy the equipment? We have to go to the equipment link here on the right side, and it will open, in the same case as supplier list, a list of equipment suppliers you can order from. In the same way as with the supplier list, we have a name, the amount of units they have, also the original price, then delivery cost, customs, and total price, quality, and then possibility to select. There's one difference in logistics. The equipment is transferred to your factory the same turn you order it. The same goes for the personnel. Now, logistics takes one turn. So take into consideration that if you increase the amount of workplaces by buying additional equipment and hiring more people, you will have to be ready for it and have certain parts already on your hands. Now, let's go to the personnel management screen. As you can see, we have 50 workers here as required. You can see their salary, city average, costs per week, and also we can see qualification of employees. Now there's a certain city average, but there's also technological requirement. So in this case, even though our salary is lower than the city average, their qualification is enough for the current technological level. To hire new people, let's go to employees and salary. A new pop-up window will appear, and this is the personnel management screen. As you can see, in number of employees, you can increase the amount of people you want to hire. Lower, you can change their salary. By changing, increasing, or decreasing salary, the qualification will either go up or go down. So these are two main links which you will have to use while growing your business. Equipment is given here to buy new equipment, and also employees and salaries. Here you can hire new employees and change their salaries. Now, as you know how to manage your factory, let's move on to the task. The main task for module number 2 is managing your supplies, equipment, and personnel in both of your manufacturing facilities. I would like to remind you that game updates are done hourly. Thus, you have a limited amount of time to finish your tasks.